pilgrimage in a pandemic. After Kumbh, Kanwar Yatra looms. Uttarakhand says no, Uttar Pradesh says yes. Supreme Court now asks, how can you? Should UP red light the Kanwar Yatra during COVID?
Good evening, viewers. I'm Preeti Chaudhary and you're watching To The Point. I'll give you a figure. 3 crores and 50 lakh. That was the number of devotees which in the year 2019 came in to Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand for the Kanwar Yatra. 2020, of course, the Kanwar Yatra was cancelled across the country. Now what's happened? Uttarakhand, under immense pressure and completely burnt by the Kumbh chaos and the aftermath of the COVID surge there, has said, no, we are cancelling it. On the other hand, Uttar Pradesh has said that no, we're going to hold the Kanwar Yatra from 25th July to the 6th of August.
Pilgrimage in a pandemic. The brutal second COVID wave partly rode on the Kumbh congregation, bringing to its knees the hill state of Uttarakhand. As India fears a third COVID surge, another pilgrimage looms large, the Kanwar Yatra. Tormented by the Kumbh aftermath, Uttarakhand has become the first state to cancel this year's Kanwar Yatra.
हरिद्वार को हम जो है एक कोरोना महामारी का केंद्र नहीं बनाना चाहते हैं। लोगों का जीवन हमारे लिए प्राथमिकता है। हम उससे बिल्कुल भी खिलवाड़ नहीं कर सकते, उसमें हम कोई कोताही नहीं बरतेंगे, इसलिए हमने यात्रा स्थगित करने का फैसला किया।
The IMA has been extremely vocal in its appeal. The Organization of Doctors has declared that allowing any religious festival could be devastating.
It is our duty at this moment to caution them and also request the government to take adequate measures and adopt zero tolerance against the non-COVID appropriate behaviors.
But Uttar Pradesh has decided it will go ahead and host the Kanwar Yatra from July 25th to the 6th of August. The state is known to literally lay out the red carpet for this Hindu pilgrimage, with its top cops even seeing every year showering flower petals on the devotees. The Supreme Court on Wednesday issued a notice to the Uttar Pradesh government over its decision to allow the Kanwar Yatra despite the threat of a spike in COVID-19 cases. The apex court took up the matter suo motu and said citizens were perplexed by the Yatra being permitted at a time when Prime Minister Modi and medical experts have warned against large gatherings and urged people to follow social distancing and other COVID protocol. The Uttar Pradesh government is yet to reply to the notice. The state maintains the Yatra will take place under strict guidelines. A limited number of pilgrims will be allowed to take part in the procession. All Kanwars will have to carry an RT-PCR negative report. Special focus on Western UP. Strategy to avoid building up of pilgrims at Uttarakhand borders. Officers to prepare a detailed guideline for COVID protocol. The annual road pilgrimage involves Shiva devotees called Kanwariyas, travelling by foot to fetch Ganga water from Haridwar or Gangotri in Uttarakhand. They later anoint the water at the local Shiv temples as a gesture of thanksgiving. Traditionally, the Kanwar route goes through Uttar Pradesh to Haridwar or Gangotri in Uttarakhand, where the Kanwars fetch water from the river Ganga. But this year, the state of Uttarakhand refusing to greenlight the Yatra will shut its borders to devotees. The Kanwar in turn will then fetch water from the ghats in Uttar Pradesh where the Ganga flows. The 3 ghats of Garhmukteshwar, Prayagraj and Varanasi are considered most holy and auspicious. While UP is facing flack over allowing the Kanwar Yatra, Haryana and Delhi are yet to decide on it. The Delhi Disaster Management Act mandates no mass religious gathering will be allowed during the pandemic. If Delhi was to allow the Yatra, it will have to come out with a fresh order. It is important to note that the UP government has not heeded the advice of the Prime Minister Modi, who has repeatedly issued strong warnings to follow COVID protocol in order to ward off or at least minimize the impact of a third wave.
एक्सपर्ट भी बार बार ये चेतावनी दे रहे हैं कि असावधानी, लापरवाही, भीड़भाड़ ऐसे कारणों से कोरोना संक्रमण में भारी उछाल आ सकता है.
As per official records in 2019, the last time the Yatra was organized, nearly 3.5 crore devotees had visited Haridwar, while over 2 to 3 crore people had visited pilgrimage spots in western UP. The devil lies in that detail, no matter how holy the occasion be. Bureau Report, India Today.
So in light of that, viewers, should Uttar Pradesh actually go ahead with the Kanwar Yatra? Well, Uttar Pradesh says yes. Let's cut across to our panelists, Dr. Jayesh Lele, Secretary General, Indian Medical Association, Charu Pragya from the Bharatiya Janata Party, and Juhi Singh from the Samajwadi Party. I'd like to go to our doctor first with the permission of our political panelists. And Dr. Lele, sir, I want you to elucidate what could be the aftermath of, the last number was 3.5 crore in 2019, had gone to Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh, where the Kanwar Yatra was concerned. If these numbers congregate in UP, what could be the aftermath?
You can imagine the plight of the first and the second wave. And when we are anticipating the third wave with the change of the mutation of the virus, and when the vaccine is not that been effective against the Delta plus, that is what the discussion at the present going on. And if we calculate it that way, the number of patients will increase to such a great extent, we cannot imagine. And then this will be a kind of a huge disaster on the India, because the second wave itself, we had a lot of problems, lot of deaths, and we had no beds, oxygen shortage, ventilator bed shortage. So with this, such a huge amount of people gathering and transferring the disease. See, if one infected person, you know very well that one mango in a basket of mangoes, if the one mango is bad, the entire basket gets flooded. So this kind of activity, if we can permit, is going to be a really, really havoc in the India. That is what our request is. And we have requested the government as well as the all the general people also that be careful regarding the third wave when we are anticipating it.
Sir, stay with me. I want to connect to a BJP spokesperson, Charu Pragya. Ms. Pragya, is the government of Uttar Pradesh not heeding to the advice of the Indian Medical Association? We have somebody who represents that here. Or is the government of Uttar Pradesh not heeding to the advice of the Indian Prime Minister, where he has gone on record to say, do not congregate if you do not need to, you're going to be inviting a third wave? Which one is it, or both?
Ravi? Preeti, different festivals are celebrated in different ways, and Kanwar Yatra currently is under speculation and decision of the Supreme Court itself. So on the 16th, whatever decision the Supreme Court takes regarding this, it is going to be upheld with utmost dignity, and that decision is going to be followed throughout the state of Uttar Pradesh. However, while the government understands certain risks, the government also understands that there are lots of people who believe taking on this pilgrimage, and it is done in a person-to-person way. It is not actually a pilgrimage where you walk in hordes and there is a physical contact. Can be done if proper protocol is followed. PG has been very clear to say that proper protocol has been followed. RT-PCR negative test result is going to be made a mandatory requirement. There will be checks at every step of the way. And of course, at any given point of time, if we feel that things are not going as per plan, then rechecks can be done. And like I said, a course correction can be done. Let's wait and watch till the 16th. While the comparison...
Ms. Pragya, right. Ms. Pragya, the fact is, is it rocket science that we need somebody like the Supreme Court to wait and come up with an order when we already have an example of the massive Kumbh chaos? Are we just going to, change Kumbh with Kanwar Yatra here? Are we waiting for the Supreme Court to tell us what's the right thing to do here? And secondly, madam, since when did belief overtake science? There might be belief in something, but aren't you contradicting science, which has been proven just about 20 days ago, till we were suffering from a second wave, most of it riding on the back of the Kumbh festivities?
So, Preeti, I've already addressed the science part of it. Physical distancing, the COVID protocols, the negative RT-PCR, all the requirements.
All of those were the guidelines in Kumbh, Ms. Pragya.
Since you are talking about the
all of those were the guidelines of the Kumbh.
Why is it? Let me finish, Preeti. Why is it in the same breath you're not talking about all the Eid processions that happened, all the gatherings that continue to happen in mosques every day, even while India was down.
Madam, will you correct your audio? We are having a problem with your audio.
Is my audio? Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible right now. But
yeah. So I'm going to repeat myself. Why is it that everybody is fixated on what happened at the Kumbh Mela? Kumbh Mela did not happen in Delhi. Why is it that Delhi actually had the onslaught of COVID in a much worse manner?
Ma'am, does it take away what happened in Uttarakhand? Does it take away what happened in Does it take away from what happened in Uttarakhand?
Can we not wait for that? Why are we following this Congress toolkit of bringing
how is I'm following science? I am following science. Is the Supreme Court, one second. No, Ms. Pragya, is the Supreme Court following the Congress diktat? Is the Supreme Court following the Congress diktat? The Supreme Court has said we are perplexed.
Preeti, did I hear you mention Eid? Did you mention that?
Because Eid is not, there are no festivities of Eid right now. When Eid comes around the corner, when Eid comes around the corner, we'll talk about Eid. Madam, is this... One second.
To use Kumbh Mela as an example.
Madam, is the Supreme Court following the Congress diktat? Is the Congress so strong that it's actually dictating to the Supreme Court? Because I'll quote the Supreme Court today. We are perplexed that the state of Uttar Pradesh has decided to go ahead with this. Aren't they not bothered about the people of this country? And I don't think the Congress has anything to do with the Supreme Court. Juhi Singh, ma'am, I'll come back to you.
Did the Supreme Court stop it, Preeti? They are
Madam, they have asked, okay, have you, ma'am, Uttarakhand has seen better sense, no?
Yes.
Or Uttarakhand is also following, which is your government, is also following the diktat of the Congress. Uttarakhand has said no. Okay, madam, give me a minute. Let me bring in Juhi Singh. Juhi Singh, I'll come back to you. Juhi Singh, you want to come into this conversation? Do you think it's time that Uttar Pradesh should continue with the Kanwad Yatra?
Preeti, is extremely irresponsible of the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister and also the spokesperson of the BJP here. This is not a yatra which happens only in Uttar Pradesh. Uttarakhand is there. Other states are also involved. And you are saying that you are going to follow COVID protocols, social distancing and RT-PCR tests. How are you going to do that, ma'am? You cannot do that. It's a huge yatra which takes place. And for once, can you talk sense without dividing us? So we said this for Panchayat election. We said it for
I'll come back. Ms. Pragya, I will come back to you. Ma'am. Okay, can we just go one by one?
And you spoke of festivals. So every festival guidelines were issued and people followed them. So I mean, why is there such a...
Ma'am, I'll come to you. Can we not talk over each other? I'll come to you, Ms. Pragya. I will come to you. Can I just get Juhi Singh? Ms. Singh, please complete your statement.
It's very perplexing, Preeti. It is just some sort of, I would say, the Chief Minister decided that he must shove Uttar Pradesh and the people who are visiting into some sort of a death trap. COVID is not yet over. Vaccinations are slow. We are still not being able to provide or prepare for the third wave as such. How much have you done for that? How many beds have been increased, supposing it does come through? So concentrate on that.
Yes, you can reply, madam, but can somebody finish for you to reply? I'll come back to you. I want to go to Dr. Lele first and I will come back to you. Dr. Lele, you are from the Indian Medical Association. Please make your credentials clear, sir. Are you from the Congress party that you are advising that we should cancel the Kanwad Yatra?
I am not from any party. I am for the patients. I am for the India and I am for the basically the doctors who will face the problem of this. I can please understand. In 2 episodes, we lost 1,500 doctors across India. It was a worse than a war. Kargil war did not lose so many soldiers. And now with this treating while the patients, the doctors are lost. I'm more worried about the death causing and more worried about the families and the patients. We have lost more than 4 lakh patients across India. and so many disabilities have occurred, so many asthmatic people have occurred. So I'm more worried about that. So many man hours lost, so much of loss to the country's health issue. We are more worried about that.
All right, okay. Ms. Pragya, the floor is yours right now. Neither am I from the Congress, neither is Dr. Lele, who represents the Indian Medical Association from the Congress, neither is the Supreme Court from the Congress. Go ahead, ma'am.
So exactly what I began my argument with, Preeti, the Supreme Court is going to come up with this decision on the 16th. Here is a government which has proved itself to be the best at handling the COVID crisis, and everybody knows that. We know how Delhi handled it, we know how several other states handle it, and Juhi ji is a good one to speak right now because she belongs to the party which does not even believe in vaccination till they had to go and take that vaccine for themselves. So we are believing in a man who has shown mettle in dealing with the crisis. He has made sure sufficient beds were available. He has made sure that respect was given to people who were suffering. Until today, that continues to be the case. If precautions are in place, if he feels that his government, his people are in a position to handle a pilgrimage, why is it that we're all jumping the gun, and why is it that we discuss and talk about only one side of festivities? Why is it that there is still so much of discussion about only the Kumbh Mela and none about Eid? That is what bothers me.
Madam, I don't know. I don't. Okay.
That's all hyper, but that is actually verbatim what was written in that toolkit I have been reading.
Madam, I don't know what toolkit you're reading. We're just subscribing to science. And now that you're talking about the Kumbh, we did multiple shows on the Eid as well. But you want to compare the numbers of what happened in the Kumbh and Eid? Don't do that. It's a little rich there. But yes, Ms. Juhi Singh, you wanted to come in. Go ahead.
Is the Chief Minister of UP God or some sort of powers to be that he can predict, that he can control while the pandemic is still very much there to allow the Kavod Yatra to go on? No, we are not equipped to handle this, Pragya. And you should be the first person to say this and tell the Chief Minister, unless you are a part of some WhatsApp group who is giving you all this information. You can say anything to me, but this is highly irresponsible. You are pushing people to pandemic becoming worse, and Uttarakhand has seen better sense than you.
All right,
and he'll be held accountable.
Ms. Pragya, that's a point that is being raised. Uttarakhand is your government. Why has Uttarakhand, and I'll give you the exact verbatim quote of the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand. We do not want to invite a third wave. We saw what happened in the Kumbh. We have learnt our lessons. Kumbh has been mentioned by a BJP Chief Minister. I don't think he subscribes to a toolkit.
Preeti, Uttarakhand is a different demographic, it's a different geographical area, and it has different challenges than that of Uttar Pradesh. And because Juhi ji is hell bent on...
Please, ma'am, one by one. She gave you that. Ma'am, let her.
Hang on.
Yeah, okay.
Hang on. You are talking about being responsible, Juhi ji. Can I just ask you to publicly apologize for the vaccine hesitancy you and your party people created for the longest time, that actually went ahead and derailed a lot of the efforts that sensible people were making? Can we stay on the subject here?
Madam, but the fact is the subject is not that. But I've completely run out of time. If we had, if the subject was about vaccine hesitancy, we would have talked about it. The subject is about the Kavod Yatra, and nobody else has brought this up, the Supreme Court, which pretty much said, how can you? You know what happened exactly 2 months ago. And I don't think it takes now, the 16th of July, for the Supreme Court to step in and tell the Uttar Pradesh government what's the right thing to do. I would reckon every citizen in Uttar Pradesh knows that. A quick break. To stay with us, up next is Rahul Kanwar.